Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host Wally, and today we are on the Texas Hill Country Trail in the great city of San Marcos, Texas, located right between San Antonio and Austin. Our first stop is the Meadows Center, or as I still refer to it, Ocarina Springs, because it's still one of my favorite places to go to. I like this place. I like the spring, I like the glass bottom boats, and I like the tours that you can take. The water is super clear and looks super refreshing, and it's supposed to be super cold. Um, but you can come here, get on some glass bottom boats, and check out the area. These boats have been going for decades now. They've turned it more into an educational center, which is kind of cool. But when you're taking the tours, make sure to take those glass bottom boat tours, and you can see all the animal life and stuff that grows down there. Definitely worth the stop. Our next place, if you're in San Marcos, you definitely need to go river tubing on the San Marcos River. This river is cold, but it's still kind of fun, especially in summer when the sun is beating you up and burning you. It's a pretty easy flow. It's not too rough. There aren't many rapids, and you get to pass underneath some beautiful trees. And also, it's kind of full of college kids and stuff like that. So if you're looking for more privacy or just easier time, maybe someplace else is better. But this one's kind of cool, and it's not that long, and you can definitely enjoy it. So go check it out. Of course, if you're there, you need to check out Wonderworld Cave, which is one of the only caves in Texas created by an earthquake and not by the power of water. So it's kind of cool coming here and seeing the fault line and seeing where Texas cracks in the middle. It's pretty treacherous getting down there. There isn't any ramp or anything. You need to go through some stairs, but once you're down there, it's a pretty easy walk and it's pretty cool. And you get to see what life was like underground. There's no bats because, like we said, it's not a natural cave, it's a crack that's in the middle. And you get to definitely see where that crack was and how powerful earthquakes can be. There's also other things to do while you are here at Wonderworld Cave. It's kind of very touristy and tourist trappy, but it's definitely still worth visiting because they have the anti-gravity house, which kind of shocked me as to how anti-gravity works in there. Plus, they got a petting zoo, and you get to go through the waterfall, and the kids love waterfalls. Not a petting zoo, a feeding zoo, where you get to feed the animals. You go on a little trailer tractor thing, and all these deer just come up to you expecting food, and you get to feed them. And they have an emu which pecks at the food and not at the eyes of its victims. Emus are dangerous. Anyways, it's fun. Also, LBJ spent a lot of time here. It was very instrumental in his upbringing and his where he got his education and where he decided to become a teacher, and that led him to go into politics. So you come here, you can learn all about LBJ, our president, who was president after the JFK assassination. And you get to see some of his belongings and learn some history and what he was doing here in San Marcos and how important that time was for him. It's a small museum, but it has a lot of information, especially if you like presidential libraries and all that kind of stuff. Next, we have the Commemorative Air Force Museum, which is a big hangar that showcases some of these old planes, all these vintage planes. Nothing new here, a lot of old planes, which I like, and it's got my favorite plane in the world. Not this one, but the one coming up. Although I do like this one because it's shiny. But this one, I love flying fortresses, and this plane is pretty big, and I like all those turrets and machine guns on it, and all these windows. It's very Millennium Falcon-y, if you know what a Millennium Falcon is, which everybody does. But I'm in love with this plane. Like, I wish I could ride it and bomb my enemies and all that kind of stuff. If I could learn how to fly a plane, which I barely learn how to drive a car. So this will probably be much worse. And then San Marcos is also the only place in the world that has an MLK and LBJ street intersection, which I think is pretty cool. So they commemorate it there with like a big statue. Both of these men were friends and they knew each other and they played an important part in the 60s, um, when the whole civil rights thing was going on. So definitely come check it out, pay your respects. And I like that they built this here for them. Anyways, that's San Marcos. Definitely a good stop if you're driving between Austin and San Antonio a lot, or just want to have a new place to go to. So don't forget to check it out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye bye.